Hello students, today I am going to discuss the chapter The Vedic Period. After the decline of the Indus Valley civilization, a new era started in Indian history with the coming of Aryans. Who were Aryans? The term Aryan is derived from the Sanskrit word Arya, which means civilized or noble. Aryans were people who lived in Central Asia around the region of Caspian Sea. Historians believe that from there they might have migrated to India. They entered India from northwest and first settled in the Sapta Sindhu region or the land of seven rivers, which are Indus, Ravi, Bias, Satluj, Jhelum, Chenab and Saraswati. This region covers the present area of eastern Afghanistan, Punjab and parts of western Uttar Pradesh. The Aryans named this land Brahmavarta, which means land of gods. The Aryans who lived in India were known as Indo-Aryans. As their number increased, they began to move eastward and settled in the Ganga Yamuna plains, which came to be called as Aryavarta or land of the Aryans. The map shows the Aryan settlement in India in pink color, that is the early Aryan settlement in the Sapta Sindhu region, and the yellow color you can see the later Vedic Aryan settlement in the Ganga Yamuna plains. The Vedic period is divided into two phases. The period when the Aryans first entered and settled in India is called the early Vedic period, that is period between 1500 BC to 1000 BC. Most of the hymns of the Rig Veda were composed during this period. So this period is also known as Rig Vedic period. The period from 1000 BC to 500 BC is known as later Vedic period. The remaining three Vedas, that is Samved, Yajurved, Atharved and their branches were composed during this period. Iron was discovered during this period, that is in 1000 BC, and the discovery of iron led to many changes in the lifestyle of the Aryans. The Vedic text of the Vedic period may be divided into two groups. Early Vedic text is the Rig Veda. Later Vedic text are the other three Vedas and their branches, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, and the two epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, which were composed during this period. The Vedic literature was written in Sanskrit. The term Veda is derived from the Sanskrit word Vid, which means to know. Thus, Veda means wisdom or knowledge. Vedic literature is divided into two parts, Shruti and Smriti. Shruti was revealed to the sages by God and they passed on this knowledge orally from generation to generation. Smriti was composed by the rishis or sages. The Vedic text tell us about the social, religious, economic and political life of the people during this period. The Vedic literature can be classified into the following categories. First, the four Vedas, that is the Rig Veda, the Sama Veda, the Yajur Veda and Atharveda and their Samhitas. Second, the Brahmanas attached to each Samhita, third the Aranyakas, and fourth the Upanishads. Both literary and archaeological sources help us to reconstruct the history of the Vedic period. The literary sources for the Vedic period are the four Vedas and other texts related to them, and the two epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. The archaeological sources include the remains of pottery as well as iron tools. The most important literary source of the Vedic period are the four Vedas. First, the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is the oldest religious text in the world. It is divided into 10 mandalas or books. It has about 1028 hymns or mantras written in praise of various gods, representing various forces of nature like Agni, Indra, Surya. They were passed on orally from teachers to disciples. The Rig Veda also contains the famous Gayatri mantra. The Rig Veda is the only source to study the early Vedic period. The next is the Sama Veda. The word Sam means sweet song or the melody. It is a collection of verses that have been borrowed from the Rig Veda. The hymns are meant to be sung by the priest while performing the sacrifice. Basically, it is a guideline for the priest as to how he is supposed to sing a particular mantra during sacrificial ceremonies. Next is the Yajur Veda. It contains hymns that are to be recited by the priest while performing yajnas. The hymns in this Veda throw light on the social and religious life of the Aryans. The Atharva Veda contains hymns dealing with charms and spells to ward off evil spirits. The hymns also deal with Gyan, that is knowledge, Karma, action, and Upasana, invocation. Some hymns also deal with medicine for the treatment of various diseases. The Vedas are divided into 4 parts. First is Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishads. Let us see the first one. What are Samhitas? The Samhitas are collection of mantras and hymns. Each Veda has its own Samhita. Then the Brahmanas explain the hymns of the Vedas. They were written in prose and describe the various sacrifices and rituals along with their meanings. Each Veda has several Brahmanas. The Aranyakas means the forest, and these were written mainly for the hermits and students living in the forest. They deal with mysteries of life and philosophy. They are the concluding part of the Brahmanas. The Upanishads are the sources of Indian philosophy. It deals with relation of human soul with God and the doctrine of karma, maya, and moksha are explained in detail. Allied Vedic literature. In this you have the Vedangas. They are part of Vedic literature which deals with pronunciation of words, grammar, astronomy and rituals. The sutras, they are divided into three groups. Shrauta Sutra, which deals with yajna and sacrifice. Griha Sutra, which deals with ceremonies connected with family life. Dharma Sutra, which deals with social custom and civil and criminal laws. Next is the Upaveda. They are four in number. The first one is Ayurveda, which is the branch of medicine. Second, Dhanurveda describes the art of warfare. Third, Gandharva Veda, which describes the art of singing. Fourth, Shilpa Veda, which deals with art of architecture. Then Darshanas. There are 6 schools of Indian philosophy known as Shad Darshana. Coming to Dharma Shastra, the law books are called Dharma Shastra. Our knowledge about the laws and judicial system of the Aryans has been derived from the Dharma Shastra. Then Ashtadhyayi, it is a treatise on Sanskrit grammar by Panini.